void, but somehow different this time.
Surprised I can pull you into this place? The outsider marked me long ago. I made you flee your precious tower and turned your father into cold stone. How difficult for you. But when I was young, sweet Jessamine and I were close as sisters, sharing a secret. Emperor Kaldwin had another daughter, born in shame to a kitchen maid.
Am I dreaming? If not, how is Delilah doing this?
I told you, when you're older, perhaps next year.
You said that last year. Jessamine is younger than me, and she's a court every day.
Isn't this, well, it's complicated. You'll understand someday.
What did I do? I'll be good. I swear.
Next year, I promise.
Jessamine and I played games in the tower, but at night I'd go back to the servants' quarters to cockroaches and thin gruel. Emperor Daddy would visit and tell me if I was good. Next year I'd be old enough to come to court to be a princess. Then one day, pretty Jessamine broke something worth a fortune, and the spy master caught us. She claimed I did it, and he whipped me in the garden house until I bled. My mother lost her kitchen job, and that night we were out on the streets with no place to sleep.
I didn't break it.
Would you like to tell me who did?
We were just playing.
Young lady Jessie, what is your account?
It was her. Delilah's life. She broke it.
I saw the nastiest parts of Dunwall, ending up in debtor's prison. Jessamine died quick on an assassin's blade, but my mother lingered for weeks after a fat guard broke her jaw. They threw me out when she died. I looked up at the lights of Dunwall Tower and swore revenge. Washing bedsheets in a brothel, I painted on the side, until Anton Sokolov took me as a student. That's the polite word for it. I was crafty even before the outsider marked me, and survived the worst the Empire could offer. Now it's your turn.
My mother's sick. She needs help.
Your mother kicked off while you were out begging. She's another bag of bones now, girl.
What? No!
Her sentence is served and she'll be tossed out with the others. You can't stay here anymore.
It's hard to know whether my dear old aunt is telling the truth or not. When I was young, the Loyalist conspiracy that kidnapped me also took Anton Sokolov. They brought him to the pub where I was being held and locked him in a cage meant for dogs. And you know what? Sokolov laughed at them. He taught me lessons and told me funny stories. He seemed immortal. His mind shaped our age. That's changed. The old man I rescued doesn't talk much. He eats what we give him, groans in his sleep, coughs out blood. I thought he'd tell me the secret to defeating Delilah and saving the Empire. But I'm not even sure he knows where he is. wasn't a dream, was it?
Am I to blame for Delilah's bitterness?
No. She's the one who orchestrated the coup.
Our decisions have weight. I feel my time drawing to an end soon.
Jindosh wanted me to help him with a rather complicated problem. It would have enabled him to make his clockwork soldiers at a fraction of the cost. Clever man.
Not clever enough. What's wrong with people like that?
A restless mind and an empty heart, perhaps. Jindosh would have snuffed me out as soon as he got bored. I appreciate what Emily did for me, freeing me from that place.
I searched for you, Anton. I would have found you.
I knew you'd try, Megan. They kept me going after they
Delilah
gave me
Copperspoon. Or is it Caldwin?
You're back now. I'm glad.
Emily.
The Empress has risen. A peaceful...
Anton, when I brought you back, you could barely speak. But it's been 3 days.
They tortured him. His body is covered with bruises.
Delilah has the throne, and my father is... missing. This is Anton Sokolov, the greatest mind in the Empire.
No, Emily. Megan is right. I can make electricity move from one side of the room to the other, but Delilah is beyond my understanding. When I came to Sarkonos, I meant to leave everything behind. But when the assassination started, I couldn't ignore it. By the time Megan and I connected the murders to the Duke, it was too late. The Crown Killer came for me. It kept me alive from my knowledge that I saw things. Jindosh often had a visitor, Brianna Ashworth.
She's the curator of the Royal Conservatory.
Yes, Ashworth is dangerous, as obsessed with the occult as Delilah. Apparently, she's working on a device called the Oraculum.
There's more to her than either of you know.
If Ashworth is one of Delilah's lieutenants, I need to eliminate her. Who knows what this device is capable of, or what she's up to.
For a man of his age, Sokolov's making better progress than I would have expected.
Good to see you're still with us. Thank you for helping, Anton.
Sokolov's not the only one making a rapid recovery. I'll be good enough to leave soon. There's a lot to do. Of course, unless the Duke falls, he'll undo my best efforts here.
Then we'll have to make sure Duke Luca Abel doesn't overstay his welcome.
Karnaka's key leaders are flawed, for certain. After all this is settled with the Duke, and the time of the coup has passed, whichever ones are left standing could change things here. Consider that, as you come face to face with the Duke's remaining associates.
I appreciate your thoughts on the matter, Alexandria.
We'll take the skiff. I don't want to bring the dreadful whale any closer than we have to. There is a small dock in Syria Gardens, close to the Conservatory. That's as far as I can take you. Ready to go?
Yes, let's go.
There'll be a Grand Guard presence outside the Royal Conservatory. Inside, be prepared for anything. Ashworth runs with an eclectic crowd. They'll be the real danger.
Someday I'd like to know more about how you met Ashworth.
I know you would. Trust me. Ashworth is important to Delilah, which brings up something else. You might be able to exploit the Abbey of the Everyman in removing Ashworth from play. Turns out the Vice Overseer in Karnaca has been watching Ashworth from a hidden outpost near the Royal Conservatory. Check it out first if you want more options. Remember, if she's still working with Delilah, Ashworth is a grave threat.
Thanks, Megan. See you soon.
I thought the old Duke Theodanis outlawed underwood export to protect the trees.
I can't keep track of all the decrees. My client's refurbishing a gazebo, adding an exotic southern touch.
I don't get it. When I went to Dunwall, I brought back a river crush shell to use as an ashtray, because it reminds me of good times. But what's the point of buying wood from a country you never visited?
Lady Shersha has money, so she gets the wood she...
What's going on here? You've got holes. I've been right.
Request from you.
useless suck. There once was a man whose cock was as big as a man. Holy shit! No, you're running! No! You aren't going anywhere!
Not in the mood.
Shit!
Don't make me search the whole place.
It's
I don't
you
have
and me
time for
now.
that.
What?
Who's there?
What's all this racket?
Anyone here? Show yourself! I swear I saw something.
Think you're being quiet?
No. The technical officer came by and said it was fine. He looked at the wall of light, then climbed up to check the windmill. All good. Why?
Yesterday, the wind kicked up so hard I thought the windmill was gonna fall apart. The wall of light.
Air feels heavy. Hard to get a good lungful.
No!
Huh? Someone there. Somebody's down. Nothing to do. So, let's see. What was it? I don't like that. Better have a look. Odd times. Hard times. Gotta be on the lookout. Wonder who that was.
I'm not afraid of a bunch of cutthroats.
Brianna Ashworth.
Think I've spotted someone.
For a while, I believed Ashworth had some connection to the occult in Karnaca. Something is happening that I don't understand. The overseers are the forward face of the Abbey, but equally important are our sisters from the Oracular Order. To be direct, I suspect something is wrong within their sect. Subtle changes to the types of proclamations they've been making. Small but troubling deviations from tradition. But publicly saying anything along those lines will get me accused of heresy by my rivals within the Abbey. Is it possible that Ashworth has infiltrated the Oracular Order?
So Vice Overseer Byrne thinks Ashworth is interfering with the oracular order. If true, it's another reason she has to be eliminated.
Damn. I thought I heard blood flies for a second.
Conservatory. What do those walls hide?
Karnaka, my Karnaka, brothers and sisters of my blood, brothers and sisters of my blood, and all the little people who make this great city. This is the Duke. You must all know my voice by now. A new empress sits on the throne.
The whole family's stung to death. Ugh, so disfigured. Blood fly nests all around them. Horrible.
May she reign forever. There are some traitors who question her claim to the throne. Morley, Tibia, treasonous nations skulking. If they want war, we'll give it to them, no matter how many of you have to sacrifice. Cronus will fight for Delilah to the bitter end.
Just some little bit of something once in a while.
Of slithering things in the hours before dawn. Former milkmaids and magistrates, come before me and bow, for I am Delilah, your queen.
Milka dear, if Brianna hears you when her mood is off, you're going to lose an eye making fun like that.
She's only having fun, Francesca. And Brianna's too busy with the communion to be bothered. She's got her mind on the Sisters of the Oracular Order.
Yes, because otherwise the Abbey will see us all blackened by fire. Now stop with this nonsense.
Feels damp, heavy. Could be a storm coming in. Of course I gathered them at dawn. What else? They're no good otherwise. Like she's the only one who knows how to gather black mandrake root. Throat feels a little scratchy. Maybe some steeped borage and chamomile will do the trick.
Red moon. Let's see. It was 6? 3? That lavender tincture. It's good in spells and all that, but she might want to rinse that foul mouth of hers with it too. Will work with just a little muck from the street. Be shy. So, I'll find you. Time to make your safe.
wouldn't want to see myself like that. I'd rather have my portrait painted by Delilah.
There's a quality to Brianna's style I prefer. Touched by something from deep down in the mud where there's no light. The endless womb and the cold, dead grave. Both the same.
But Brianna's effigies let her reach into the mind, into the heart. Wouldn't you be afraid she'd influence your dreams? Like she's going to do to you?
That's part of the thrill, sister.
If I can sabotage Ashworth's communion device, she'll be powerless.
Ambergris, where am I going to get that? Maybe the incantation will work with just a little muck from the street.
Looks like Kieran Jindosh made these alternate lenses for Ashworth's device. Now I can use them to sabotage it.
Sokolov was taken away as well. Who would want that ancient fool? I am hungry to whisper into the ears of the Arachnids.
Now to activate it and sever Ashworth's connection to the void.
Like she's the only one who knows how to gather black magic.
How many days till the next red moon? Let's see. It was 6? 3?
Next time, I'll try it with a waxing givus. And if that doesn't do it, then I've got no idea.
I know your share really helped. Calendar flowers.
What will I do now? That feeling. The things I could do. The touch of the void. Delilah. It was everything I had.
Ashworth's journal might tell me more about why Delilah can't be killed.
After Delilah fell to the assassin Dowd, her magic was lost, and the coven scattered. I made a new life in Karnaca. Then I heard her whispering from the void, leading me to the Duke, who heard those same whispers. Together we worked to bring... Delilah back into the world, changing the Empire from the home of Aramis Stilton 3 years ago. Across the Isles, all of us who'd been with her at Brigmore and before, we felt the magic return. Others joined, new faces, new blood. Now, Delilah is immortal, forever. She holds Dunwall, and we've turned to corrupting the oracular order. The Overseers take guidance from their prophetic sisters, and soon we'll influence their dreams and visions.
People of Karnaca, this is the Duke. Some of you have questioned your mind. taxes levied by the Grand Circle Guard. Let me answer all this rousing at once. Disloyalty and sedition will not be tolerated. Look at Duncan Manning, my friend. He's a patriot. A man who won't stop until he
Who
has
is
every
this?
bit of this land's silver into shiny coins. I asked him to double the number of mine workers, and he did it. No questions, no complaints. Karnaka needed miners, and he produced them. Out of thin air.
Once they say something's amiss, then I just can't get comfortable.
I think I just saw something.
What's going on?
Someone
So let's
there?
see.
Let her have a look.
What was
Here,
it?
don't let her escape!
You won't
Time
get
to
away!
collect this bounty. I'll get to her. Come back here.
No use running!
So it's done.
Ashworth won't be a problem anymore.
Good. But Emily, there's something else. Back when I lived in Dunwall, I did things that I'm not proud of.
Isn't that a requirement for citizenship?
What I've got to say is not a joke. I knew Delilah and Ashworth. Bought into their bullshit. Which led me down a bad road. To be honest, before all this, I thought Delilah dead. I don't want to get into it right now. But I felt like you should know. There are things I regret.
All right, Megan. Thank you for opening up. If only a little.
I'm starting to feel like you deserve it. Are you ready to leave now?
Yes. Let's go. Take me back to the Dreadful Whale.
Another step toward the Duke of Serkonos and Delilah.